And just becoming aware of your body. As we were practicing all last week, bringing that awareness in, asking yourself what it is you need, asking yourself, what are you feeling within your body, interoceptively or otherwise. Check in with your breathing. Noticing if the breath is shallow or if it's deep this morning. Maybe bring the right hand over the heart center and the left hand over the belly. Notice if the shoulders are tense or tight. Notice if the jaw is clenched. And notice if you feel ready for the day. Notice if you do feel calm and steady. And then making a conscious inhale deep into the belly. Feel the belly press out. And a big sigh then. Deep breath in again. Feel that left hand move as you breathe in, fill in the belly. And one more time. Inhale deeply. And let it go. Lovely. Bring your palms together at heart center. And set your intention for the day, for this practice, for this moment, whatever it might be. And I'd like to offer you an intention. And it's nice and simple. I release. I release. I release. Lovely. We can bring our right hand back to our heart center, left hand over the tummy. And if you happen to be laying down, you can stay there. Otherwise, just stay in your upright position and just tuning into your body and your breath. Continuing that deep belly breath, long, smooth exhales. So we need to give energy somewhere to go. If we do feel stressed, if we feel anxious, if we feel overwhelmed, this needs to be dispersed in a healthy way. And not by binge eating on the couch, not by going out all night, but actually listening to your body and consciously release it through movement, through breath, through journaling. This is where transformation happens. So first you listen to your body, then you answer. We're going to bring our palms together again and rub them vigorously. Create heat in the palm. Apply even more pressure, maybe a little faster. And then cup the hands, place them over the eyes. Feel the warmth in the palms. Taking a cleansing breath in and out. Lovely. So we can oftentimes hold tension or tightness in the shoulders and the neck. Now, if you're seated, you do not ever have to sit the way I am sitting. Okay, this is my comfortable seat. That might not be your comfortable seat. So if you want to stretch your legs out, okay, anywhere that you can maintain an upright posture, which means make sure we're not sitting like this, you know. Okay, so prana moves up the body from the base of the spine all the way up the crown of your head. And we need to make space for our lungs to breathe. Okay, so your most comfortable seat. We're going to bring our chin towards our chest. And we're going to slowly roll the head as we inhale And then exhale and bring your chin into your chest. Inhale, rolling the head back. And exhale, chin to chest. One more time this way. Inhale, keeping your shoulders relaxed as you can. Lovely. And repeat on the other side 3 times. Go in the opposite direction and very slowly, very mindfully. It's important not to make any kind of fast movements when it comes to our neck. Very sensitive area in the body. And earlier in the week, we practiced our ujjayi breath. So that's gentle constriction in the back of the throat, making an audible whisper-like sound as you inhale and exhale. And as we were saying in one of our core practices, this particular breathing practice helps keep your heart rate in check and your breathing calm and relaxed. Okay, so it slows down the heart rate, it can slow down the breathing, and it can actually lower high blood pressure. Okay, so using this breathing technique today as you practice or any time throughout the weeks, continue it on for the rest of your life. Use ujjayi breath as much as you can, especially in times of stress. And even when you're not stressed, it's a fantastic breathing technique. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side and all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. In. Ujjayi breath out. Lovely. Bring your hands to your knees. You're going to shrug your shoulders up to the ears, and you might even squeeze and squish the face. Scrunch, 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 squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe tighten the fists. Tighten, 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 tighten. And let it go. You're going to do that twice more. Squeeze the fist, tighten the shoulders, scrunch up the face. One last time. Squeeze the fists nice and tight. And out. Just noticing how it feels to let everything go, having it been really tight. Lovely. We're going to reach through the fingers. Early in the morning, joints can be stiff. So my in-person classes, we'll always have a little bit of joint care, joint movement, but I recommend you do this kind of work daily, throughout the day, but especially in the morning time. Hands, feet, elbows, shoulders, knees, hips, neck. And shake it off. Lovely. We're going to make fists. So thumbs into your palms, fingers around the thumbs, and you're going to rotate the wrists. Nice and slowly, warming up the wrists. Lovely. Keep going. And change direction if you haven't done so already. And shake it off. Lovely. Circle the arms behind. You're going to interlock the fingers. Okay, so you're going to clasp the hands like this behind your back. Stretch the arms out straight and maybe open the chest slightly. And you don't need to overdo this. So even if you're here, that is perfect. Okay, and if it's available, you can begin to lift the hands away from the tailbone. But it's early in the morning, so listen to your body as always. Never force or strain. And if the breath ever becomes uneven or erratic in any way, that means you might be pushing or straining too much. So when that happens, that's no longer yoga. That's exercise. Okay, lovely. And release. You're going to bring your hands to your knees, round your back, chin to chest. And then inhale, dive the heart forward. Exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest. Inhale, dive it forward. Exhale, round, chin to chest. And then we're going to make circles. So we're going to move to the side. You stay as you are. I'm working with one camera angle, so I'll do the moving around for you. Inhale, dive the heart forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. And change. Go the opposite way around. And back to center. Lovely. If the legs are not straight out in front, now you can bring them straight out. Now we're going to rotate the ankles. And again, sitting up nice and tall. Change in direction. So this kind of stuff, like I've been saying in the other videos, you can do from the comfort of your bed. You can do it from the sofa. Keeping your joints mobile, active, and lubricated. Okay, keeping that synovial fluid healthy is very important as we all get that little bit older. It's never too late to start this kind of work. The earlier, the better, but it's never too late. Scrunch the toes, so squeeze, release the toes. Lovely. Give the legs a little bit of a bounce. Okay, waking up the body a little bit. Okay, so I'll show you. Black leggings are hard to see. If you happen to be on the floor, this will work a little bit better than the bed, especially if you've got somebody beside you. Lovely. Go for 3, 2. People with that restless leg syndrome are gonna love this. And 1. Lovely. A little bit of a sweep side to side. And big breath in and let it go. Great. So we are going to come forward. Tuck your feet in, or you can simply bring your feet to the side and walk your hands forward. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Now, if you have bad knees, remember you can take your mat, catch it in the middle, you can roll it back on itself. And then you've got extra cushion. You've got essentially 3 mats now underneath your knees. You could also get a folded blanket and pop it under there. Okay, so if anyone has sensitive knees, please do that. But your body gets used to these positions after a while. Okay, it's always a little bit awkward in the early days. Just don't give up. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, belly back towards your spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, gaze up for cow pose. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Cow pose. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Really press the mat away with fingers spread. Lovely. Any bother with the wrists? You can always do this with 2 fists. Inhale and exhale. And if the fists don't suit, you can do it from the elbows. Inhale, exhale for cat. Lovely. Take one round in a position that suits your body. And then make any movement that feels good. Moving the hips side to side, making little circles, and just listening to your body, moving the head. Does not matter what it looks like, make it as funky as you want. Tucking the toes, pressing the hips back. Lovely. We're going to come up into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, your bum back to your heels. You're going to bring your head between your arms and lift up nice and tall. Okay, make sure that we're not round in the back. Okay, so it's much better to have your knees bent and press the floor away. Okay, so bend those knees, don't be afraid to do that. And we can walk it out. So maintaining that nice long spine, and then you can gently push one heel down. Then, so make sure we're not like this. Sometimes we feel like that's what we need to do. But it's very slight movement, just bending and straightening the legs. Any amount might only be a small bit, and that's fine. Lovely. Let's hold for 3 deep breaths. And we'll gaze forward. You're going to take a little walk up to the top. Don't be tempted to stand up straight. We've just had our head lower than our heart for a few minutes. So it's very important to stay low, and we'll gradually roll up when it's time. But for now, you're going to bend your knees. Let your body droop over the lower body. And we'll take a hold of opposite elbows. And take a little sway of the body. And this sway comes from the lower body. So we're using our legs and our hips to create the sway rather than just moving our arms. So we don't want to just move our arms. Okay, arms just are dangling. Let your head be loose. Imagine it like a heavy, ripe piece of fruit or juicy melon dangling from a vine. This is a wonderful pose to decompress the lumbar, the whole entire back, the shoulders, the neck. And it also helps to decompress the mind, which is my favorite benefit for ragdoll pose. Over time, your legs may straighten, but that comes with consistency. So taking this posture at any time during the day, whenever you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or whenever you need a break from life, from life's challenges. Lovely. We're going to root to rise now. So we're going to bend the knees generously. You're rooting down through your heels. You're gonna slowly roll up, inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up. Head comes up last. And just take a moment. Feel your feet anchored on the floor, rooted into the earth. Reach, extend your arms down by your sides. Mountain pose. Shoulders back and down. And just feel the length of your body. Maybe if you want to shift forwards and backwards on the feet a few times. Remembering your intention. So we're going to bring our feet wide, a little bit less than the width of what your yoga mat might be, as in this way. Okay, legs, knees slightly bent. Okay, so soften the knees. Let the arms be dangly. And we're going to start swaying. And allow the arms to just flop. And find a little bit of a rhythm to it. Get the hips involved. Make sure we don't lock out the legs here. Breathing deep. Making it a little bit faster. Hopefully there's nobody standing next to you. Finding a half smile on your face. Releasing all that tension in the arms. 3, 2, and 1. Deep breath in. Reach your arms out to the side all the way up. And then exhale. Inhale. You're going to lock your fingers. Okay, thumbs pointing down. So the feet and the knees stay soft. Have a little look around. Make sure that you have enough space to swing your arms all the way down between the legs. So you're getting a nice bend in your knees here. Inhale through the nose. Chopping the pose, for the breath work even. Go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Hands by your sides. Lovely. And just stand for 3 breaths. Deep breath into the belly, long exhales. Deep breaths in through your nose, fill your lungs, long exhale. Using your diaphragm and your core to press the air out gently. Okay, so you want the out breath to always be longer than the in breath. Okay, you're going to come up onto your tippy toes and drop your heels. Come up onto the tippy toes and drop the heels. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down at the sides, and we're going to start a little bounce with the knees. We're going to start moving the shoulders, and then we might introduce some little tiny hops. So let the shoulders come up to the ears. And then we're going to start breathing out through the nose. Simultaneously with the hops. Five, four, keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward nice and slowly. Find that ragdoll once again. You can always bring your hands to the mat as if you want to, or if there was a chair nearby or something else, the couch, you can hold on to. So that's bound to get the heart rate going. So you're energizing the nervous system. You're dispersing any unwanted energy, any stagnant energy, helping to release the mind, the body, and get rid of those dusty cobwebs. We don't want them. Find a little sway you want. Maybe you're holding opposite elbows. So go round and back down. Lovely. We'll root to rise once again, slowly and mindfully, rolling all the ways back up. If you're like me, you've got to pull up the leggings. That's all good. Lovely. We're going to come to the top of our mat. Lovely. Feet in line with our hips. So push the floor with the feet. So really find stability, balance, and groundedness through the feet. So imagine you're rooted into the earth, nice and strong. Standing up tall. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Feel the energy in your body. Maybe you feel that a little bit more alive now. Maybe you feel that a little bit more motivated for the day. Okay, the body is now awake. We've shifted some of that energy. Use these practices throughout this week and beyond. This is where you're going to shift that mindset, that physical body, moving out of stress and into rest and digest. So we're going to step back with our right foot. Big step back with the right foot. Find that high lunge. We're going to cactus the arms. Bring your elbows on the same level as your shoulders. Palms are facing forward. Shoulders are backing down. Hips or pelvis, I should say, is tucked. Holding here. Squeezing the muscles of the thighs in towards their bone. On your next exhale, we're going to round the back. Bring your elbows, forearms, and palms together. Inhale, drive the heart open. Exhale. Around the back, chin to chest. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Anchor in that back heel, open your arms out for warrior 2. Making sure your front heel lines up with your back heel. Your arms are parallel to the mat. And make sure this goes on the top of the ankle. So if you were to gaze down with your eyes only, You should be able to see just the outer edge of that left big toe. Just the top of the big toe. If you can see the whole foot, you need to bring the knee further. Okay, gaze is over the left middle finger. Warrior two. Lovely. If you get a tire, straighten that left leg and come back in. Drawing your pelvic floor muscle in and up towards the heart center. So you can soften and release. Lovely. Straighten that left leg. Bring your hands together. Take a breath in and out. Lovely. Bend that left knee. You're going to bring that right hand down to the mat. You're going to pivot on your back foot. The right hand comes down to the edge of your mat. Left hand up and over. Lunge twist. Inhale here. Exhale. You can lower that top of the right knee and untuck your toes if you want. Lovely. Or you have to have or you're looking to have a block or a book or something, you could also elevate your hand here, which is helpful if you have any bother with your hands. You can bring your fingers to the outer edge of the block or book. Try and avoid cushion because it's too unstable for your hand. Lovely. One more deep breath in wherever you are. And exhale, left hand down. Okay, plant your hands. You're going to step that left leg back to meet the right, downward facing dog. And we're going to ripple the spine forward into a high plank. And then we'll do 50 push-ups. I'm only joking, we won't. We're going to lower down to the knees. Shift your weight forwards. Gently lower the chest between the hands, 8 angle stop. Untuck the toes, inhale. Cobra. Can be a low cobra, all good. Exhale, up to the knees. Or step it straight into your down dog. Gently walking it back up. And we'll uncurl the spine nice and slowly. Returning to standing. Take your time. Again, pressing the floor with the feet. Check in with your breath. Maybe bring your right hand over your heart, left hand over the tummy. Coming back to your breath always. Your breath is your power. Your breath is your anchor. So some say when you control your breath, you can control your life. And I love that because it has been so true for me. Yoga has helped me be so much more aware of my breathing. Next time you find yourself in a stressful situation, become aware of your breathing. And then you can make the change there and then. Reach your arms down by your sides. Take a step back. So bend your knees, find a fixed point to gaze at. Step your left leg back, straight back behind. Right knee on top of the right ankle. So you're in a high lunge position. Open your hands out. Inhale. Exhale. Cactus the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, open the heart. Squeezing the shoulder blades towards the spine. Exhale. Bringing it in. Inhale, open it out. And exhale, close it in. Inhale. And exhale, anchor that heel now. Bring your feet into a 90-degree angle. Arms out long. Warrior 2. Remember, alignment is important for your body safety. So heel, front heel, lines with the back arch.